Very good afternoon. Welcome to another edition of Lunchtime News here on MTV Sports. I'm Shaheen Jangpati. Let's take a look at your headlines. An atmospheric turbulence, the threat of landslides triggered by heavy rains. Number of skeletal remains exhumed from the mass grave located at the Martha General Hospital premises rises to 108. U.S. Defense Secretary Leon Panetta lifts the military's ban on women serving in combat. The Department of Meteorology says that the prevailing atmospheric turbulence could continue. The department points out that therefore rain can be expected in many parts of the island. Now meanwhile, spill gates of several reservoirs located in the north central province have been opened. Meanwhile, Senior Minister Dr. Sarath Amanugama says that allegations have been levelled against the government that the statistics shown in the tourism sector are made up. The minister made this observation while addressing a book launch on tourism in Colombo yesterday.
In the Department of Census and Statistics,
a book titled A Lifetime in Tourism, authored by former chairman of the Sri Lanka Tourist Board HMS Samaranayaka, was launched in Colombo yesterday.
All the time we get allegations that the statistics are cooked up. From the very beginning, the criticism was made that, well, actually these numbers don't count, but they are cooked up. So that's a war cry of the opposition. Every opposition says that. But he has devised various other techniques, bed nights, periods of stay, so you can double check the actual arrivals and departures with various other more strict and more efficient means of checking the number of tourists who come to Sri Lanka. Now we have to address other problems. By 2016, I believe we are looking towards 50,000 hotel rooms. We need 50,000 rooms if we are to stick to our targets. Just now I think maybe we have about 15,000. So that's a big leap forward.
We'll take a look back at one of our local stories. The Department of Meteorology says that the prevailing atmospheric turbulence could continue. Now the department points out that therefore rain can be expected in many parts of the island. Now spill gates at several reservoirs located in the north central province have been opened.
All 7 spill gates of the Min area reservoir in Polonnaruwa have been opened. Our correspondent says that 985 cubic feet of water is being released per second from the spill gates, which have been opened by 6 inches each. 700 cubic feet of water is being released from all spill gates of the Paragrama Samudra in Polonnaruwa. All 12 spill gates of the Kaudal reservoir have also been opened and 2068 cubic feet of water is released per second. Meanwhile, the Teldeni area located on the Mahiyangane Polonnaruwa road is inundated. Assistant Director of the Disaster Management Centre Pradeep Kodipilli says that this situation arose when the spill gates of the Ulahitia and Rankinda reservoirs were opened. Incidentally, yellow rains were experienced in the Arlagangvila, Arunapura and Divuldaman areas in Polonnaruwa this morning. Over in Kandy, landslides occurred in the Dambuvela area located on the Kandy Ampitiya road as the district continues to receive heavy showers. The National Building Research Organisation says that the public need to be vigilant of landslides that may occur due to the inclement weather. Head of the Landslides Division of the NBRO, geologist RMS Bandara, says that those residing in the eastern slopes of the central hills should remain vigilant. The Department of Meteorology says that rains can be expected in the eastern part of the central and over provinces. We are also expecting the northeastern monsoons, therefore the eastern slope may face a threat of landslides. If this situation continues in this area, certain changes in the soil may occur. The Department of Meteorology says that showers can be expected in Matale, Badulla and Bandaravela and the north central province.
A police sergeant attached to the Mahaoya police in Ampara had turned his gun on himself. The police media unit says that the police sergeant had shot himself inside a police bunker in Mahaoya this morning. The sergeant died upon admission to the Mahaoya hospital. He was a 42-year-old father of 4. The Women for Rights organization held a media briefing yesterday. Now attention was focused on the execution of Sri Lankan domestic worker Rizana Nafiq in Saudi Arabia and the rights of women who are employed overseas.
She was below 18 years of age. She was tortured and imprisoned for 7.5 years, but the government failed to present facts or take legal action on behalf of her. Not even the minimal requirement of a translator was given. A man from Kerala who looks after sheep in that country was a translator. Rizana died as a child who was denied her fundamental rights. This is a tragedy.
යක් හැටියට තමයි ඒ රටේදී ත්‍රිසානා දෙරිය මිය යන්නේ. ඒකයි ඛේදවාචකය.
මෙවැනි සිද්ධීන් දිගින් දිගටම වෙනවා. ඒ නිසා වහාම සියලු
Such incidents occur repeatedly. Therefore, our government should guarantee the safety of our women working abroad or bring them back. If the government sends them, then it's a government who should take full responsibility for their lives.
අපි හිතනවා ආණ්ඩුව යවුවනම් සියලු ජීවිතවල වගකීම ආණ්ඩුව බාරගත යුතුයි කියලා.
The skeletal remains belonging to 108 persons have been exhumed so far from the mass grave located at the Mathale General Hospital premises. The police media spokesperson's office said that 3 human skeletal remains with skulls were exhumed yesterday.
A mass grave was discovered in the Mathale General Hospital premises on the 26th of November last year when construction activities were being carried out with the use of a backhoe machine. The police say that 95 human skeletal remains with skulls have been exhumed so far. Officials have taken measures to hand over the skeletal remains to the office of the Mathale Judicial Medical Officer. On the 10th of December last year, the Department of Archaeology commenced investigations to ascertain the period the burials took place. The Mathale General Hospital was built in the year 1826. It is believed that those who perished either in the 1971 insurrection or the 1988-89 uprising were buried at this location. Investigations are underway to ascertain whether there was an army camp that operated in ward number 11 and 12 of the Mathale Hospital during the 1971 uprising, or whether the skeletal remains could belong to victims who died due to a malaria and smallpox epidemic that swept through the area in the period between 1935 and 1940.
Australia beat Sri Lanka by 32 runs in the 5th and final one-day international at Hobart yesterday to leave the ODI series 2-all. Well, we now join former Sri Lankan cricketer Nuwan Zoisa for an in-depth analysis of the game.
Sri Lanka won the toss and elected to field first, but I reckon we should bat first in that wicket because we saw it's very difficult to score runs. Australian batting, Philip Hughes, he played one of the best innings of his life so far and batted all 50 overs, and around him other batters also came and contributed really well. Bowlers, I think they did a good job, fairly decent job, struck them 248. Unfortunately, we couldn't bowl them more cheaper. When Sri Lanka came to bat, we got a lovely start. Dilshan and Mahela batted really well. After his wicket, I think that's the turning point. Afterwards, no one looking forward to playing a big inning. But Vice Captain Angelo Matthews played one of the best innings in Australia, and Jeevan Mandis also scored some runs. But then overall, it was a very good series for Sri Lanka as well as Australia. They put up a very inexperienced side for the final game, but somehow they managed to pull through and level the series.
And that's the end of our lunchtime news bulletin. Thank you very much for joining us. I'm Shahin Jurangpati and have a wonderful day ahead of you. Goodbye.